The table is set with all the trimming as Amari Cooper's to feast on his former team. It's the Raiders and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day, and we're serving up the action next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather, sun out. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do it here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. Set for football and Big D. Their guys will do with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong. The teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Here we go.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's go. Let's go.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Carr completes it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Trying to finish off this opening drive. From the 3, this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is Tony Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Zeke from last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go and put in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you get football on Thanksgiving Day?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 7-7, our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. Second and 5 now. Carr. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Ellis. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson, for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
A first down carry by Allen. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
Carr now on first down. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Throwing his Carr on third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field, and they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott yet again. He'll get this to Elliott. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the LA Rams. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling cross-country to take on Washington at FedEx Field. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. It's complete to Snead. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that
way. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey, been there.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now they'll throw with Carr. And a big one
miss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. He uncorks it for Snead. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd and 9, Carr, he's got it. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Just Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Now Pollard. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side to Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott yet again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. There the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Las Vegas,
The win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6.
and they'll get a few